Everyone wants confidence. Most men think it comes from being liked, or from how they look, or from pretending to be fearless. But the truth? Confidence doesn't come from pretending. Confidence doesn't come from approval. Confidence comes from something deeper. And once you understand it, you'll stop chasing fake confidence and start building the real kind. This is Mindset in Motion. And today we're talking about the real truth about confidence and where it really comes from. Let's clear the lies first. Confidence is not arrogance. Confidence is not walking into a room loud, trying to prove you belong. Confidence is not faking it until you make it, because faking might get you through a moment, but it collapses under pressure. And confidence is not built on approval. If your self-worth rises and falls based on who claps for you, you don't have confidence. You have dependency. Confidence is quiet. Confidence is steady. Confidence is built, not borrowed. So where does real confidence come from? It comes from evidence. Confidence is built when your actions match your promises. When you tell yourself you'll do something, and you do it. Every rep you keep builds a brick of confidence. Every promise you keep becomes proof. Proof that you can trust yourself. That's the foundation. Confidence is self-trust. And self-trust is earned through action. The second truth about confidence: it's tied to competence. You can't be confident at something you never practice. Confidence is the echo of skill. And skill is built in repetition. That's why athletes radiate confidence on the court. They've taken the shot 1,000 times. That's why leaders stand tall when speaking. They've prepared. They've lived the work. Competence creates confidence. And the only way to competence is practice. Reps, drills, boring work no one claps for. You don't earn confidence by wishing. You earn it by working. Confidence also flows from identity. When you know who you are, you stop seeking permission from others. A man unsure of himself will always bend to approval. But a man anchored in his values will not be moved. Identity is built by clarity, knowing what you stand for and proving it with action. The man who says, "I am disciplined," and then keeps his word daily, becomes disciplined. And that identity creates unshakable confidence. Because when you know who you are, the world can't convince you otherwise. Here's the part most men avoid. Confidence is built in struggle. You can't develop it in comfort. You can't find it scrolling on your phone. You can't manufacture it from motivational quotes. Confidence grows when you face resistance and don't quit. When you fall and get back up. When you fail and discover you're still standing. That's why the gym builds confidence. That's why discipline builds confidence. That's why embracing struggle creates strength. Because struggle proves what you're made of. And every time you face it, you walk away more certain of yourself. Another truth: confidence isn't loud, it's present. Think of the man who dominates a room, not because he yells, not because he shows off, but because he is grounded. He's not rushing to impress. He's not performing. He's just there. Confidence is presence. And presence is rare in a distracted world. When you stop needing to prove yourself, you start being yourself. That's real confidence. So how do you build real confidence? Not the fake kind, not the shallow kind, but the deep, lasting kind? 1. Keep promises to yourself. Start small. Do what you say you'll do. 2. Build competence. Pick a skill. Repetition until mastery. 3. Anchor your identity. Define your values. Act in alignment. 4. Embrace struggle. Stop running from resistance. Face it until it bends. 5. Practice presence. Put the phone away. Breathe. Be where you are. That's the formula. That's the process. And if you do these daily, confidence will no longer be something you chase. It will be something you carry. Confidence doesn't come from pretending. It doesn't come from approval. It doesn't come from luck. It comes from evidence, from competence, from identity, from struggle, and from presence. You don't need to chase it. You need to build it, brick by brick, day by day. That's the truth about confidence. And once you start living it, you'll never need to fake it again. Thank you for watching today's video. If this message moved you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. Remember, growth isn't a moment, it's emotion. Subscribe to join the journey and hit the like button. And until next time, keep your mindset strong and keep moving forward.